you guys feel about the current state of rap music today?
What we think right now is, well, first of all, we don't like to call it rap.
Yo, B, you pull that lick a bag, little man, I ain't gonna lick it now.
Don't swallow it, man.
Yo, rap is not a culture. It ain't called rap. Rap means recording artist production. When you break that down, that means they can only record records, but they can't perform on stage. See, we MCs. That means mic controller or master of ceremony. See, we're more the stage people. We bring it back to the roots and whatnot. And right now, we think that the industry is pimping a lot of the rap artists. And
for those of you who don't understand what pimping means, that means using other artists. Let me tell you something, B, because we created that. Pimping, yo, we think they're pimping them, and they're being abused. You see, once you get a person to strip away his true culture, it's like me going to work, and I can't, and I can't dress the way I dress. It's like if I'm a Muslim, and I dress in a Muslim garb, but I go to work, and I can't wear my Muslim clothes to work. I have to put on a three-piece suit. Well, they're throwing on their, whatever, their acts. They're throwing on their gimmicks. They're throwing on all that stuff just so they can be part of the industry, but they're sacrificing the culture. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of MCs out there too now. Don't get me wrong now. You know what I'm saying? We know there's a lot of MCs out there. KRS-One represents. He used to write graph too. All the original MCs, Cold Crush 4, they used to b-boy and write graffiti. Flash and the Furious 5 used to b-boy and write graffiti. Cool Herc used to write graffiti. Grand Mixer D used to b-boy and write graph. Islam, all of them, they was all down with the true hip-hop culture. Now rappers is out there dishing all this and all the other elements. And if you even notice, even the latest hip-hop current trendy dances are getting dissed on video now. You know what I'm saying? So now they're getting it. You know what I'm saying? Which all of that dance style that's out now came from what we did. You know what I'm saying? And we also like give props to the originals. People like to think that we're the originals. They call us old school. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, there's a lot of brothers before us.
What kind of advice would you give the young kids to how to preserve hip-hop culture?
What I would tell you is to be very careful as to what you accept as truth and fact. Anything that you accept as truth should be backed up by indisputable evidence. So truth is truth, and unless it's backed up by fact, it isn't true. So just keep searching, y'all, because eventually you're going to find the real source, and hopefully the truth about this culture will be able to enlighten you.
There's a word out called exploitation, all right? And what's happening in the industry is that a lot of MCs are being pimped. Right now, the thing that's in now is violence, and it's not the end thing. You know, you have MCs that say things because that's the way they have to live. That's not the way they want to live. So you have these kids from the suburbs that say, oh yeah, I want to be just like that. Believe me, you don't want to be just like that. And living in ghettos and those messed up areas, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that, well, yeah, that's a ghetto. Because the ghetto could be right in your mind. I know people who live in the suburbs who have messed up mentalities and have the ghetto in your mind. You know what I mean? So it's about positivity. Hip-hop is a positive thing. It wasn't meant to bring about a negative thing. Remember that also.
So tell me something. How has this culture changed your life? How has this culture changed your life? Maybe what if you guys were inspired by hip-hop culture? You know, what do you think you guys be up to now? How has this changed your life?
Now, we ain't dead. We ain't doing drugs. We ain't selling crack. We ain't doing none of that. And a lot of that is due to the culture. Because let me tell you something. When we was children, we was seeing all of that. And the main people that was feeding us all that was the people that was out there promoting us and putting us in the movies and putting us out in the industry. They was pimping us too, and we didn't know it. We was little kids. They be even telling us what to say when we were doing interviews. They would dictate to us everything, and we followed them. When we did the movies Beat Street, that wasn't us, man. And them West Coast movies, I'm sure that wasn't them either. They were being pimped just like we was. All the movies that we did, the only movies that we give respect to and props to is movies like Wild Style and Star Wars.
True.
I'll just say one more thing. The media is constantly pointing the camera at us and pointing the fingers at us when we're doing something negative. So I'd like to thank Rap City for pointing the camera and the finger at us while it's doing something positive.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Big up to Rap City, yeah.
Yeah.